I'm excited to show you the Tracker LinkedIn integration in action. First, it's helpful to note the setup performs a one-time historical sync of the last 2 years of data. Going forward, new candidate, job and placement data will automatically sync. The sync works in both directions, from Tracker to LinkedIn and LinkedIn to Tracker. Let's jump in and take a look at how everything is connected for you to work seamlessly across both platforms. We'll start with the RSC features. Once the setup is complete, you'll see the LinkedIn icon in the banner of candidate records. If we click on this icon, a panel will open. From here, we can click to view the profile in LinkedIn Recruiter. This quick link lets you open the corresponding record instantly. We can also use the workflow here to link the candidate to a Tracker job, as well as send an InMail. InMails are synced hourly. This is for both outbound and inbound InMails. There is no manual logging involved. This keeps your candidate record complete and up to date nice and easily. Below we have the profile area. This shows part of their LinkedIn profile. You get the full picture of the candidate, all from within Tracker. Under the recruiting activities area, you can see your InMail conversations. In the ATS activity tab, you'll see information shared between the two platforms. We'll look at this in more details when we view the profile in LinkedIn Recruiter. Under Hiring Assistant, you get summary results from your connected projects. We'll see more on this shortly too. At the top we have the wrong person banner. If a candidate was linked to the wrong person in LinkedIn, we can manage that here. Let's take a look at that unsynced candidate record. If for any reason the candidate is not synced, for example, they couldn't be matched to a LinkedIn profile, we have the options to search for that profile and manually link. Going back to our earlier candidate, I'll use the View in Recruiter button to view their LinkedIn profile. This is Hallie's record in LinkedIn Recruiter. The area we are going to look at is the ATS tab. This shows the information shared between the two systems. Again, we get that full picture without switching platforms. The export summary shows that the record is synced to Tracker and when it was last linked and updated. This is a clear indication that the profile is synced. The profile information gives a link to open the record. In Tracker, we saw how easy it was to jump from the Tracker record to the LinkedIn profile. And the reverse is true here. It's worth noting, if the candidate is opted out of marketing preferences within Tracker, a Do Not Contact badge will show above their name. Further down we have the Jobs and Feedback area. This shows a history of the jobs this person has been shortlisted to and the subsequent submission stages such as interview and offer, so you can view and track their progress from within LinkedIn. The notes in this area will show activities linked to both the candidate and placement record. The feedback shares the same logic, but with the activities added against placement records when they are at interview stage. We also see here a CV. As part of the RSC Plus connected projects, Tracker will automatically send the primary CV for each candidate linked to the Tracker job to LinkedIn, making it available directly within the LinkedIn ATS tab. Below this, we have candidate notes. These are activities solely linked to the candidate record in Tracker. Let's take a look at the profile of a candidate that's not already synced to Tracker. The ATS tab will show that they are not in your database. It's very easy to create the link. Simply click on the ellipses and choose Export to ATS. When doing so, you will need to link to at least one Tracker job. If the person's email is provided, you can copy this across, and you can also add an optional note. This gets logged as a completed task activity in Tracker. Click Export to complete the steps. On refreshing the record, we'll see they are now synced. Let's now take a look at the RSC Plus connected projects in action. This second layer of the integration is very powerful. It lets you create LinkedIn projects directly from your tracker jobs and leverages LinkedIn's AI-powered candidate evaluations to streamline your hiring process. You can also view your ATS and LinkedIn candidates in the same place. These two pools of candidates now no longer need to sit in separate places. It's all centralized. Let's create a new project. From the Projects menu, we can click on Connect ATS Job Requisitions. This shows you your tracker jobs that you are the owner on. If you are a LinkedIn Recruiter admin, you'll see all jobs here. You can click to create multiple in one go, but for now, we're just going to choose one job and connect the project. This is the new project screen. It gives you a clear overview of the job details that you can check before you commit. Ensure Enable Hiring Assistant is toggled on. This is where the AI evaluations happen. We'll click to create the project. The Hiring Assistant is split into two panels. On the right-hand side, we have the hiring requirements. These are automatically generated from your tracker job. This saves you time having to manually define the evaluation criteria. You can edit these details here if needed. On the left is the AI chat. This is smart. This gives you prompts on completing the hiring requirements. It flags missing data. You can talk with the chat to update the hiring requirements or manage it directly in the hiring requirements panel. From the AI chat area, we have the Start Sourcing and Applicant Evaluation option. The sourcing feature searches LinkedIn for matching profiles. Remember, we've already seen how we can use the Export to ATS feature if any of these profiles aren't already synced. We're going to take a look at the Applicant Evaluation. This is my favourite part of the integration. This will evaluate both the LinkedIn profile and tracker resume for each candidate shortlisted to the job in tracker against the hiring requirements. It will generate structured summaries of candidate suitability and rank the candidates as either might be a fit, might not be a fit, or top applicant. All of this syncs back to tracker, and we'll see this shortly. Let's take a look at an evaluation I ran earlier. Here we can see and access the results for the search that was run against LinkedIn profiles. We're going to focus on the applicant evaluations. Here, under the applicant menu, are the candidates shortlisted to the job in tracker. For each of these we have a rank and summary. We can expand this area. At the top is an option to toggle between the results. In this panel, we see the LinkedIn profile, the ranking, and the evaluation summary in more details. The summary displays whether the evaluation has used the profile, the resume, or both. We have the ATS tab, where we can see the primary resume for the candidate's tracker record. And we have the notes and feedback as we saw earlier. On this record, you can see it's part filled on one of the qualifications. If it didn't match a qualification at all, this would show in red. As mentioned, those evaluation summaries and ranks are synced back to tracker. There's no manual update, no switching between platforms. Let's take a look back in tracker at what's updated. Here I am on the tracker job. We can see the category for the LinkedIn evaluation has been added to the shortlist card. If we view the activity against this placement, we can also see that the evaluation has been added here. And this is linked to both the job and the candidate. That's the LinkedIn integration in action. Tracker and LinkedIn working together to make your workflow smarter, faster, and more efficient.